Are you ready for the top 12?
I was sort of getting over the responsibility of having to manage a team.
The deeper you go, the more you can own your niche.
So I would say number one rule, go with your gut.
Top 3 software tools that you can't live without.
Yeah, I should have thought more about that. I didn't really have.
I mean, what do you use on a daily basis? Like what if I took away, say, do you use Outlook? If I took Outlook away, would you sort of?
Of course, yeah. I mean, we are an Office 365 house, so definitely that.
Mm-hmm.
The app on my phone that if you took away, I'd be really sad. It's called Sleep. Mm-hmm. It's my sleep app, and it has guided meditations and stories, and it has and I use it every night to help me go to sleep.
Okay. Do you have a third? Do you have a third tool that you can think of? Do you use any sort of project management or anything like that, or booking?
No, but I do, because at the moment I do lots of travel, and so TripIt is my other thing, because TripIt is a great tool. It takes all of your itineraries and plans. So I've got like 3 conferences and personal trips in the next month, and it puts it all together and keeps it all in one place. And I've been using that since early 2000s, and it's awesome.
Fantastic.
Canva is amazing. I'm obsessed with that website/app. It is going to basically put graphic designers out of business. Sorry, any graphic designers out there. But it's just making life so much easier. Lightroom, either on mobile or on desktop, photo editing is phenomenal. Again, it's just going to take your content to a whole new level. And then I would probably look at something like a scheduling app where you can schedule your content for Instagram. It just takes the guesswork out of posting. You can have a look at what your feed is going to look like, and then it's pre-set up for you. So all you have to do is just jump on and post it. Or there even are some that will automatically post for you. I personally don't recommend that, because the whole point of Instagram is to connect with people, and you kind of want to be on there posting photos yourself. But if you're really time poor, they do have that functionality.
Okay, and what tool do you use at the moment? Do you know? Do you remember?
I'm currently using UNUM. It's just a pretty basic scheduling tool. You can preload photos in there. But what I like about that app is that it will also allow you to do some basic editing in that app along with scheduling.
Nice.
So some of the other ones, you can only preload the photos, but you can't edit them in that app. So I'll still always edit in Lightroom first, but sometimes when I add the photos in, I'll notice that like maybe one of them is just a little bit too light or a little bit too dark, and I'll just tweak the adjustments on that one.
There's probably only one I can't live without, and really all the packages I offer are based on Excel. I like Excel. I can probably use. I know it's an extremely powerful tool, and maybe 15% of its ability to do what I need it to do.
Yeah.
Really, so those are the software tools. I guess this podcast is something that's going to be more and more that we can't do without. And because I was saying earlier, that's how I want to run my business, by speaking to people. So that will come in. So I guess you'd call that. This has got Zoom on the screen, so Zoom seems to be
Zoom's another one as well.
The prime product at the moment.
Yeah. So the question I'd say to that is, before you implement any technology, the question is, how can I do this without? So before you go and put any technology into place, ask yourself that question. Now, the question was, any technology I couldn't live without? Yes. It would definitely be my Mac. You need, I think Macs are great. Yes, they've stopped innovating since Tim Cook's come into play. I get that. They're still good. However, I think Macs are simple and easy to use. So if you're just to use it for mainly the internet, get a Mac, because I think they're great.
So any sort of web apps that you use, what browser are you on? Safari or Chrome or?
So I use 3 different ones right now. I'm testing all 3, but I go with Brave just because it's a new upcoming app, and I'm sure I can see you understand Brave, and I think that's a completely different conversation, as we know, but Brave would be a good option.
So any other web apps that come to mind?
Web apps, you don't need web apps to be successful. I'd stop focusing on web apps and I'd start focusing on what you don't need rather than another app that you think you need. Because no no app is going to solve your problems. If I was going to say an app, I'd say just get the Facebook app with Messenger, just so you can start talking to prospects.
Acquity. I love Acquity. I use it for so much scheduling. I use it to build my high-end programs. I even used it on my first boot camp where I threw it together in 2 weeks and didn't even make a sales page for it. So Acquity is really the one thing I really can't live without. My website, but I don't even do anything for it. I outsource for that. Mm-hmm. And then I outsource for all the other technology stuff. So
how do you manage so Acquity is just how you manage your day as well, like your meetings?
Oh no, I use my iPhone.
Your iPhone calendar app.
Yeah, I use my iPhone calendar app or Google Maps, and then it dings on my watch, and I know, and like when my work time is, like my dedicated work time, I take that seriously, just like any other appointment. I am not late for myself. I was a little late the other day. I was eating breakfast with my husband. I saw that I was 5 minutes late. My watch told me I was, and I'm like, I got to go. I'm late for work, even though it was to my office upstairs.
Yeah.
Like I take my work seriously.
I'm going to guess that one of them is what you've come up with for yourself, the software that you've created for yourself.
Absolutely. One of them is our scripters that we've had made using FileMaker. Mm-hmm. The second tool is Quiller, that's Qwilr, which is a document tool. We use that to create our proposals.
Okay.
And it allows you to create your own templates, mm-hmm. and you're basically creating a proposal that looks like a mini website.
Right. Fantastic.
So it's very easy to use, and it's inexpensive. So for business owners who need to prepare proposals and they want those proposals to look really good, mm-hmm. That's a great tool. And it has the added advantage that it has analytics. So you can actually see when someone has looked at your proposal,
mm-hmm. Yes.
Or how many people have looked at it, how long they've spent looking at it, whether they went straight down to the price section.
Which probably happens a whole lot.
Oh, yes, it does. Yeah, it does happen quite a bit. Yeah. Usually they know quite a bit about you by the time they get the proposal. So,
mm-hmm. Yeah. How about the third?
And my other tool would be boast.io.
Okay. And what does that do?
So it's something we've recently started using. It's actually a testimonial tool. Mm-hmm. And it has an app for the phone. So you can send your clients an invitation and a link to give you a video testimonial.
Mm-hmm.
So I use a platform for my invoicing called Invoicing to Go. It's pretty simple, subscription-based app, and it's on. Got a website as well, and I find it's just seamless. The connection between your phone and the website is awesome. I can be on the car yard, write up a quote or write up an invoice like on the spot, and then it sends through my Outlook inbox directly to the customer. It keeps a great log of paid invoices. It even shows you when the customers open the invoice, so you know they've received it. Mm-hmm.
So that's invoice to go or invoicing to go?
Invoice to go. Invoice to number go. Mm-hmm. It's been great. I've heard a lot of good things about Xero as well. Mm-hmm. It's probably something I'll look into when I grow the business a bit more, because then, you know, as you get your accountant can then log in with you and sort of look at where
your needs sort of increase, but while you're doing sort of starting off, you might as well start off with something a bit more affordable and simpler, because you don't need anything too complex at the start.
Definitely. So that'd be number one. Then number two would have to be Instagram. Instagram has been phenomenal in terms of connecting with clients, one like yourself, but also other PDR guys. So PDR, the industry, it's massive in America, especially on the West Coast, California, San Diego area. And the best way to connect with these guys and talk to them about, you know, the industry, what they're doing, the tools they're using is through Instagram. It's fantastic with the voice memos. I've talked to, you know, dozens of guys. You know, you just send a question, just film it quickly, and it zips across, and it's just seamless. You know, you can interact with that, see the work they're doing. You can comment, you can ask how they're doing it. It's been a huge help to what I've been doing. So
Instagram, fantastic. Is there a third one?
A third one. Just have to directly relate to marketing, or what?
No, anything that you use that you would recommend someone else.
In the industry, or just anyone else?
Anything, anyone.
Yeah, so I'm subscribed to this website. It's called denttrainer.com. So if any of you guys are ever looking at getting in the industry, I know it's a bit of a niche, but denttrainer.com has been an absolute lifesaver in terms of teaching me things that I otherwise would have no idea about. So again, it's just got hundreds of, it's like a YouTube, it's like its own YouTube. You have to subscribe and get a subscription or log in. You log in, there's thousands of hours of video. And it's just been, tremendous in teaching me like various things about how to pull mini lights out, from how to, get beneath wheel wells of an M3. It's just that they've got hundreds of tips. So they've been a great help. Again, denttrainer.com.
Awesome. Yeah. And one other tool that you use, what do you use to listen to podcasts?
I use podcast app on iPhone.
Okay. Yep. If it works,
so pretty fantastic. It shows me everything. Occasionally I use Spotify for stuff that isn't on the podcast app, but I find that everything I'm interested in, it's there. I get a notification in the morning. I download it before I go to work, and then,
got it to listen to all day.
Yeah.